Raul, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Random Access. My name is Eric. Today we're going to be talking about Netflix original series Ozark, seasons 1 and 2 in particular. Spoilers ahead. And man, is it a good show. Stay tuned. I know I'm late. I was told this show is good, but I didn't think it'd be this good. It's like Breaking Bad good. I really recommend this show. It stars Jason Bateman as Marty Bird, along with co-star Laura Linney, who plays Wendy Bird, Marty's wife. And it's as if, you know, their spit image of Walter and Skylar White, especially with the blonde hair. That makes you think at the end of the series is Jason Bateman, Marty Bird going to shave off his head and grow a goatee. But I love this show because it's unpredictable. You could you could watch the trailer and it basically gives you the synopsis. I always give a show 3 episodes to give it a chance, and this one I was hooked right away. And it starts with infidelity and you know just how this circumstances of having to launder money for the Mexican cartel brings the family back together in a strange way. There's a big cast of side characters. You have Ruth and her uncles. You have the Snells. You have the FBI agent. You have the Mexican cartel. You got a little side story with the preacher and Kansas City mob. You got Buddy. It's just interesting to see Marty, see how his brain works and having to find solutions to all these obstacles. And although sometimes his initial plan doesn't work, he has to figure out another plan, especially to like please both parties. And it's really interesting to see like how smart he is. And man, it's like poor guy. It's like he'd be better off dead with all the stuff he has to deal with. You come to love these characters. Spoilers ahead. You have Dell, who works for the Mexican cartel, and for him to die off in the first season, I wasn't expecting that. I would have thought that he'd make it through the whole series because he's a good villain, and it just makes me feel like it's just kind of like Breaking Bad, where at first season you had Tuco, and then the second season you had the Salamanca cousins, and then you have Gustavo Frank, and then Todd's uncle Jack and his henchmen. With season two, then you have I think the character is Helen in the second season to replace Dell, and she's the lawyer for the Mexican cartel, and she's pretty scary despite being a lawyer. Yeah, again, it's just so unpredictable. I mean, just when you think it's gonna go a certain way, it goes off and takes it another way. One example is when the Mexican cartel go off against the Snells with the drive-by. I thought there was gonna be like, for me, I thought there was gonna be a bomb on the car and the car just explode. But it has pretty graphic scenes like Breaking Bad does. So it's good to see Marty's care for other people, like the preacher, and how he tried to protect him and his wife from the Snells, but that didn't plan out and got the preacher's wife killed. And she was pregnant, so the baby was saved. And the scene where the preacher is at the lake with the baby, and you could just see that in his eyes, like he's just giving up. And you think like, oh no, is he gonna drown the baby? And when he puts the baby under the water, like his face, his expression, like it shows as if intending to kill his child. And I would just think to myself like, whoa, like I think that's crossing the line. You're probably gonna lose viewers if that's the case. But no, he's just baptizing his child. But that's too much time under the water for baptism. And another thing I like about the show is when everything seems like going according to plan, just another thing arises, like when Ruth's father is released from prison. And I like how she has this love and hate relationship with Marty, where she wanted to kill him at first, but then she comes to a liking to him. And I wonder if that's because maybe she gets the sense of like Marty as a father figure, something she couldn't get from her own father, and how her father and her uncles come from that life of crime, and she's trying to change for the better, especially for her nephews. And she's willing to accept her fate, with hoping to be that last generation of living a life of crime and deceit. on behalf of her nephews for her to be the one to change things around. And then you see her like still doing some bad things because of her father's love and respect that she has for him. I'm not so much about respect, but just being her father in general, and he still wants to, do some crime and theft, especially finding Marty's cartel money, even though Ruth doesn't want to do that. You come to grow and love these characters that it's sad to see them go too soon. Like you had Buddy, I think, dying on the first season of season 2. Then you have Jacob Snells killed by Darlene. That's an interesting twist because of their love goes so deep. But I understand why Darlene did it. Then you have the FBI agent killed by Ruth's dad out of rage. That wasn't intentional. Then you have Ruth's father killed by Wendy through the cartel, and that I wasn't expecting that. It's like that was her Breaking Bad moment. Whereas Marty accidentally killed the preacher, and you could see that it killed him. It seems like Wendy is going in a darker path than Marty, and I'm just curious how that's gonna play out. The children, I don't know, especially the boy, Marty's son. Like I hate when they put children that are smarter than that they should be. He's just too smart. I like how he had a side thing going on with Buddy. The daughter, she's the Skylar White of this show. It's just like she's just there to just give her parents a headache. But I see how they put her with Ruth's nephew Wyatt for them to maybe have a romantic relationship down the line. But yeah, this show, you don't notice an hour goes by and it just leaves you wanting for more to binge watch. Whereas other shows, like you force yourself just because you've been a fan of that show that you force yourself to watch it. Like I'm watching Dexter New Blood and I'm like forcing myself to have to watch it. Like, okay, I've seen this before, or like the story's dragging. Not with this show so far, seasons 1 and 2. And I was left wondering how Wendy wants to stay for the long haul. I don't know if she loves the power that she has with the backing of the cartel. So season 2 ends with Marty wanting just to get the casino up and running and then just escape from the cartel and leave Ruth handling the whole operation. But yet Wendy wants to stay there, and I don't know if it's through fear or she just loves the power, the enterprise of it all, or just the power to have her way with the cartel backing her. And by that I mean Helen, the lawyer. There was this scene in season 1 where, Marty thought it'd be best for him to just kill himself to protect his family. That I wonder if that's a premonition of maybe that's how it end for the series for him. But yeah, poor guy. It's as if he wishes he was better off dead with all the things he has to deal with just to protect his family. And what about the FBI agent being dead? Is that gonna attract more attention to Marty and more FBI agents in Ozark? I'm really curious to find out what's gonna happen with that. So thanks again for watching. Please leave a comment. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts and ideas. Until next time, thank you for watching.